angels, ancestors, wayshores, guides, ascended masters, archangels, galactic federation, council of light, elementals, fae, Mary Magdalene, celestial guardians, and all benevolent beings of light on our holy, heavenly, divine team. What do we need to know about this? You starved this ancient conjuring companion. You starved this ancient conjuring, gossip, and destroyer, and absorbed its power for the next level. What is up, galactic golden nuggies? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Today's message is, first and foremost, I just want to say congratulations. Congratulations on making it into your new reality, this next level. And congratulations on what you have overcome that you may not have fully seen as you overcoming an ancient energy, an ancient, it's giving like demon jinn. And this channel came after I had taken, listen, because this is going to tie in. I took my fur baby to the vet today. The vet looked at my fur baby and was like, okay, let me get some swabs of your fur baby's ears, see what's going on. She checked my fur baby out and she's like, your fur baby is healthy. A little bit of buildup, like bacterial buildup in their ear. What have you been using? And I was like, okay, like this is what I got my fur baby off of Amazon. And I stopped using it 3 days before I came in here just because I didn't want the test results contaminated. And she's like, well, here's the thing. I'm going to prescribe you the exact same thing, except there is a steroid in here. It's just gonna amp up what you've already been using. So I knew immediately, okay, not only are my fur babies ascending, but they just overcame an attack that was meant to be worse. Like whatever was going on with them, it was meant to be severe. But even the vet was like, no, they're like your fur baby is perfectly healthy. I'm just gonna prescribe the same thing you have, just with a steroid, just to amp up the healing, like heal this bacteria, like get rid of this bacteria faster. And I was like, okay, God, explain it to me. Because God had promised that my fur babies would always be taken care of and healthy. And God was like, you were not meant to focus your energy, your attention on anything that was being directed towards you, because you were using this energy that you were absorbing to build. So what was being directed at us, it was meant to be destructive. Like we got, the first card out here was companion, gossip, and destroyer. The energy directed towards us that we were alchemizing was for our new beginning. And we just didn't know the severity of the intent behind the attack. This is why God had me steer the collective's focus towards us, towards our new beginning, our manifestations, our soul's purpose here. Because we were absorbing this attack to propel us into this new beginning. So we're gonna dive into what comes with the absorption, what comes with absorbing this energy. Yes, so if you were like all of a sudden feeling slightly sluggish, like, I won't say depressed, but you were just feeling darker, it is because you were absorbing very dark energy. Whoever was directing this, or whatever group was directing this, they intended for mass destruction that would throw you into heartbreak. Yeah, so if you were unable to get out of bed, you were transmuting energy. And we're gonna dive into what comes after transmuting and alchemizing this for our new beginning. So if you're feeling more high vibrational today, it's because you've officially integrated this energy and transmuted it into light. And it looks like we got a companion here. Somebody's in alignment with you that was also going through a heavy tower. They were going through a heavy transformation, releasing what was potentially destructive. So this could be a person, place, or thing that somebody that is meant to be connected to you was releasing and going through. We got hermit. Both energies were in hermit mode. So if you're single, they said it doesn't just pertain to romantic interest, companions such as soul alignment, soul family. What is up, galactic golden nuggies? You're doing amazing? Good. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear everybody is like elevated. Everybody is in their new reality. Everybody is feeling fulfilled. This is the fulfillment of all that you had let go of and released, trusting that it would come through. But it required us to focus our attention and intention on us, our destinies, our purpose, so that we weren't feeding the negative energy, so that we weren't feeding this ancient demonic demon. Because whoever was playing in Hoobly Jubilee really had no idea who they were directing this to. You were the wrong one, but the right one. And God knew you were the right one for this, that you would be trusted with what comes with this activation. This ability you absorbed from this entity puts you in a very powerful position. I just heard this changes everything. Talk to me, Most High. Let's dive in. I just heard God has officially unlocked all doors to your godhead. Hold on, let me Google it. Hold on, pause. I'm sorry. Sometimes they'll channel me things that I'm like, what? Godhead. Definition. Godhead is God. Godhead is a greatly admired and influential person. God has unlocked all doors to your Godhead. You being a greatly admired and influential energy within this realm. Holy shnikes. In Christianity, in Christian belief, Christianity, it's seen as the Holy Trinity. Ooh, hold up, wait a second. Wait, y'all, get excited. Get excited because you are literally about to take off in whatever it is that you are doing. They said you're not about to, you are. This is the new way of living for you. It may be slightly overwhelming with the way that you are now being perceived, the way that you are now being recognized, the way that you are about to be overwhelmingly admired. I'm hearing mentor. So all doors have been unlocked to your Godhead. All doors have been unlocked to you being an influential and admired, a heavily admired individual. And they said not heavily, heavily and heavenly. The heaven on earth you've been seeking has been within you the entire time. Your energy, they said your energy has been cleared for takeoff. You're talking to me, I heard directly from the Most High. If this is your message, claim it. This is beautiful energy. Because in that time you felt like you were I won't even say your darkest, you just felt like you were light in the dark. You may have been more in your dark divine feminine energy, you may have been more in your dark divine masculine energy, where you were still in your light, but you could feel that you were harboring darkness. And you didn't know where it was coming from, but you didn't seek out where it was coming from because you trusted that all would align for your benefit. And there were certain instances that were meant to go off in your reality in order to shift you towards the dark. In order for you to fall deep into depression, deep into anger, deep into anxiety and paranoia. But instead, if you're resonating with this message, instead, like I did, you looked at every instance and you went, I'm not going to give this a reaction. I'm going to clear the energy and I'm going to transmute whatever it is I'm feeling. I'm not going to allow what's being directed my way to be my reality, to be the way I'm experiencing this simulation. And this is a key that was used to unlock new doors. This transmutation of this being. I want to know more about this entity. What is it? Is it a demon? Is it a jinn? Either way, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. But I want to know what we were dealing with. I just heard you were dealing with the devil. Or should we say the devil was dealing with you? And now it's dealing with us. Ooh! I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Hold up, wait a minute. There was a lot of negativity being sent because of what you were destined to do. This was meant to knock you out of alignment This was meant to knock you out of alignment to your highest vibrational timeline where you would make the most impact on this planet, change the most lives, and elevate beyond all those that had previously had control of you. We've got the artist, the lover, and the femme fatale. There are individuals that know that you are meant to connect with beings that they look up to. You're meant to be, it's like amongst the gods. And I'm not saying that in any way to sound or be egotistical. Like, oh, we're a god, look at this. Like, no. This is like you are meant to connect with other energies that hold the same power that you do. You're meant to change the world with the individuals that you're meant to connect with, and one of them is a lover. Or this is receiving a lot of love and admiration as the creator that you are, the co-creator, but they said the igniter. You have ignited, you have ignited lights within this realm. Further awakening the masses to the deception they had been oblivious to. You are the glitch in the matrix, not you are the. Individuals from your past don't understand how everything that was thrown at you, you overcame, you elevated, and you still have solidified this position. Because this was, they sacrificed everything for this. All to take you down. That's a sad life to live. These individuals literally offered up. We'll read on who these individuals are, whether it's karmic family, karmic friends, karmic exes, or elitists. But there are individuals that threw everything on the line so that you would not ignite the masses in the way that you were meant to. It's like trying to, if you guys have seen the movie Hercules, which I do believe like everybody has, if you haven't, you're going to want to watch it. It was like sending those two entities to snatch Hercules' power, to keep him from being the god that he is. Everything was up against you to keep you from being the god and the goddess that you are, to activate this godhead. And not just activate it, be it. It's not about a godhead activation, it's about you being in your godhead energy. You acknowledging the power that you hold here and how you're God's favorite. I know that sounds egotistical, but it's really not. You know if this message is for you because you know that you've been chosen, and you know that what you have come up against has only unlocked bigger doors for you. And God allowed this to occur for you to elevate. It was like God Goddess boot camp. This was meant to destroy everything. I don't want to keep talking about this energy, but we have to, because you need to know what you're about to be. Not even about to be. They said stop saying about to be, you're in it. What you are doing, who you are activating, how many energies, lives you have changed just by existing, just by being here, just by feeling your energy. It's like when you walk into a room, you activate people. They may not understand why they start looking into certain things. They may not understand why they're drawn to certain things. It's because something about your energy has activated in them in a way, their dormant soul, the way that their soul was sleeping, is now awake. You awaken people by being around them. But you had to perceive this gift as what it is. You are an awakener. Damn. Hold up, wait a minute. You are an awakener. You don't need to guide people towards certain information. Your spirit being in the energy that it is, and you being in the power that you are, you can walk into a room and people will later, in the way that their soul has been activated by your energy, people will later start having things pop up they weren't acknowledging before, they weren't seeing before, and they start looking into it because their third eye is going, wait a second. We need to look at this. We weren't looking at this before, but for some reason now we need to look at this. You do that. Not only are you a decoder and recoder, you're an awakener. And you're the worst kind of awakener. You're the awakener. You're the glitch awakener within this matrix that individuals never saw coming. Elite individuals never saw coming. You may also resonate with being an empath and feeling people's energy. Like it starts with an H, like the most powerful empath. Because you needed to understand what you were up against when people were smiling in your face. To where you would be able to move certain levels that other individuals would struggle with just because of how, yes, Heyoka. You being a Heyoka empath. Because there were levels previously that you didn't listen to your gift, to where these individuals were able to put you in a compromising position to where you didn't make it. You had to trust this gift, and this gift had been activated within this lifetime because you couldn't afford not to listen. There was everything up against you this lifetime, and everything was from the previous lifetimes that you did not complete. Because your soul came here as not only an energy alchemist, but to absorb that energy, to absorb everything you were up against, to use it to awaken others just by existing. So that you could teach it to others. So others would start listening to the teacher. Not just listening to you, but listening to the Most High. The Most High is teaching us, and we are energetically teaching this to others. Yes, hidden by God for the right time. That's exactly what this is. You were hidden in plain sight. They knew, everybody knew you were powerful. Everybody knew that you had this certain je ne sais quoi about you. They never knew that it was going to be like this. Some of you were literally about to, because they played Congratulations by Post Malone, where my mama called, she said that I'm on TV. They said I wouldn't be nothing, and now they always say congratulations. This is like the divine saying congratulations, but some of you are really about to end up on TV. You're about to be viral, like whatever this is, God needs you seen. Because the more people that see you, the more people get activated. Like I said, you don't need to be speaking upon what, the majority of us are. We're speaking our truth, we're standing in our truth, but you don't need to talk for people to listen, because they're hearing your energy. You don't need to speak to activate. You just are. Sheesh. This is quite the gift to have. Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. This is what we did. Knowing that everything that was up against us, we were experiencing it and overcoming it for a reason. This is the reason. Because of the power that you are. You're God's secret weapon. You were like this planet's last resort. And I know that we've talked about this before, but it's making more sense with the more channels that come through with why everything needed to happen the way that it did. Why we had to go through everything that we had to go through. Because you wouldn't be able to override it energetically if you didn't experience it first. Yes. So this is high priest, high priestess energy. And this has been, they said these abilities have been pulled in from past lives. Every door that's been unlocked has activated a version of you necessary for the next level. That makes sense. Every version of you integrated into this one, making you the most powerful you ever have been in any lifetime. All of these abilities have been unlocked with overcoming, because we talked about this before, because in previous lifetimes you didn't make it as far as you have in this life because of what you were unable to unlock in previous lifetimes. All has been added for your elevation, and in the way that you are meant to activate the masses, in the way that those perceiving you question their reality. Because the way that they're showing it to me is previous lifetimes we had gotten lost along the way because we had not been listening. We had not been learning. We had chosen an alternate route, and that alternate route had led us away from our godhead, away from what we had been placed within that timeline to do. So with everything we've been up against, it's unlocked every version that we have been through. Is that making sense? I'm gonna make it make sense for you. If in a past life you were a high priest, you were not a magician, but in another lifetime you were a magician. Where in another lifetime you were a Pleiadian. Where in another lifetime you were an alchemist. So there are lifetimes where you are not all of what you are in this moment in those timelines. Those lifetimes. And within those lifetimes and alternate timelines, they have been brought into this one because you completed out cycles from previous lifetimes that unlock that ability in this one. And surprisingly, it did not. I see a question in the chat that's like, how much did it cost to get your nails done? These were $5.99 from Amazon. I don't listen, I'm a Gemini. I like to change my nails up way too often. So if you guys want to be like bougie on a budget, Amazon. You can kind of tell that they're Amazon nails, but like, go get you some nails from Amazon. If you're like me and you need to switch it up every like week. $5.99, free shipping. Anyways, all right, let me stop. Let me focus. I want y'all to get excited about this because you are everything that you have been in one right now. You are literally everything in one. You are, that makes sense, the trifecta, the Trinity. You are the Trinity. You are the Trinity. If you've been seeing threes, this is definitely for you. The Son, the Father, the Holy Spirit move through you, move with you, move for you. But not like you can command them to like do this for me. No, it's like they understand how imperative it is for you to complete this mission here with what has been unlocked. You are a priority because you are a gift. You are a present to this planet. All will be rewarded for the way that you have been traumatized and persecuted. Know that trauma was necessary to unlock you fully. I'm so proud of y'all because this was not easy. You could have chosen to forfeit this position at any time because of the amount of persecution that was up against you. This is like back-to-back humiliation rituals and smear campaigns, all while attempting to lower your vibration enough to affect you with some demonic shit. This was back-to-back trauma because this trauma had worked on you before. The things that had been done to shatter you had allowed certain individuals to attach something to you that was, instead of you consuming it, it was consuming you. But it's like you, Uno reverse Pac-Man, you ate this, you ate through this, and you continuously broke out of any binding that had previously been placed on you with the way that you have elevated beyond this trauma. Where it no longer phases you. Like if somebody were to bring it up, you're like, yeah, I experienced that, but I grew from it. It's like you are no longer being put in a position to relive who you were. Because you understand that's not who you are now. That was an entirely different version. That was the weaker being of you. That was the weaker body. And you're in your God body. You're in your goddess body. And it's like you are, this is literally giving, I'm sorry, it's literally giving Jesus energy. Where the abilities that Jesus had is what you have unlocked. Now, I'm not saying that you are Jesus. You could have Jesus's bloodline, but the way that he was able to heal others just by touching them, it's like you activate in others what is needed for them to self-heal, for them to understand how to shift their simulation to where they're not experiencing plagues. They're not experiencing destruction. I like that saying, what doesn't kill you makes you godlike. Yeah. This is incredible. I'm loving this energy. Y'all all better claim this reading. Because this is breaking through cosmic control. This is not just the programming that had been placed within this realm, but this is certain dark entities that are not from this planet. Certain dark energies that had entrapped this planet in certain programs that you have broken through. God assigned you to do this. This is like secret agent, man. Like, they didn't see you come. They had kept an eye on you. There are individuals, there are groups that had kept an eye on you, but they couldn't stop what you were becoming, who you are. They could only distract you from becoming it. This is beautiful. Because of the Father. Talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light with a tribal unit. With a tribal unit. Within a tribal unit. A positive guiding light within a tribal unit. Godhead. The Father and the child magical. This signifies that you are God's secret. You are the Father's secret weapon. Child magical. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. The belief that everything is possible because it is. Through the Most High, everything is possible. And you see how this child is sitting on this father's lap and looking up at the stars? You always knew that you weren't from here. You always knew that there was a massive purpose behind your incarnation or reincarnation. And your beliefs were supported by the Father. They are backed by the Father. If you had started speaking about extraterrestrials, you being a starseed, and certain things happening within this realm that individuals called you crazy for, the Father said, watch this. So if you were speaking on being a starseed, being an extraterrestrial, and extraterrestrials being here and coming through here, and people were like, you need medication. Something is wrong with you. And you were like, God, listen, you giving me these channels and I'm trying to understand my existence. God said, watch this. And all of a sudden it's broadcasted that extraterrestrials have been here. Extraterrestrials are here. We are here. And people started going, wait a second. Because didn't they just say that a year ago and we called them crazy for a year straight? And now all of a sudden we got extraterrestrials on the fucking news? People making videos about, well, if they're here, they better be paying bills. Like, there's so many jokes about how extraterrestrials that are here need to understand rent, and I think that's hilarious. But in the way that we are now enjoying our existence, we had to unlock that reality that was backed by the Father to where all would come to light, including the existence of starseeds, the existence of angels, the existence of all. Because you are the all. So yeah, if you had a whole smear campaign about how you were neurotic, how you were crazy, how you were bipolar, how you were schizophrenic, people got to shut up now. And this is just the beginning. We are in a timeline where, yep, look, Avenger. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society and oneself. Righteousness on behalf of society and oneself. All are awakening in the way that they need to, but it's because of what you went through. Your persecution led to purpose. And now nobody can hide behind a false face while they're in the background doing black magic. Because that shit's being exposed as well. Because it's not working and it's backfiring. This was all a part of God's plan. You were just the queen or the king on the board. And y'all know how the king and the queen is the last one to be checkmated. Like all others move before the king and the queen. You were literally the last move that God made for this realm. With as many chances as this realm had been given to shift things into balance. We awoke in order to rebalance the cosmos. Not just this planet, but the ethers, and in all the ways that alternate dimensions and timelines were bleeding into this one. There was going to be a massive reset. You literally are the GOAT. Exactly, and God was playing chess. And everybody that thought they were playing against you, they just had groups, they thought they were gonna win because there was like 100 of them. God said, no, you're playing against me, and this is my baby. This is like the biggest checkmate of all time. You won. I just heard, we've been winning. We've been winning. Oh yeah, I like that energy. Spirit team just came through. And 333 of you in the live right now. Angels all around you. We've been winning with mentor, needlepoint precision, following guidance and understanding, passing on wisdom and, look at this, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. We are the student, but we are also the teacher. And this is God saying, I was refining you. You needed to learn through experience. Not only learn, but be activated through experience in order for you to be the master. I heard master in the matrix. You bend realities easily. Okay. They said the oddity that became the alpha. You're meant to be acknowledged for the gifts that are God-given. Don't second guess why you were here. Shapeshifter. This literally ties into the entire message with being refined. This is skills at navigating through different levels of consciousness. Ability to see the potential in everything. Let me reiterate that. Skills at navigating through different levels of consciousness. It was a continual awakening. With each door that was unlocked, a new ability was activated. A version of us was integrated within this one. The ability to see the potential in everything. You had to see that you had to know that all things were possible. Because that's what made all things possible. And in this knowing and you being in your Godhead, all paths were cleared because you're ready to use the gifts that you are now understanding. To where they're not just going to go off at random times or upset the balance that you are in and the balance that you are meant to elevate others into. This is beautiful. I'm impressed. We got detective and advocate. You're being backed. I'm adding myself into this. We're being backed by the entire cosmos, advocated by the entire cosmos, by the divine. I heard every step forward will be followed. Every step forward will be followed. Hundreds of thousands of ancestors backing you. Hundreds of thousands of ancestors backing us from lifetimes. This is not just ancestors from this lifetime. This is ancestors from each incarnation. Energies that were unable to leave these levels without us being activated in this way. And with the detective here, this is any great powers of observation and intuition. Desire to seek out the truth, and you did. The truth will set you free, and the truth has set others free with who you are. Your truth made others see the lies within this realm, the deception, the illusions. And you're meant to continue this awakening with all those that you come in contact with, all those that perceive you, even if it is just a picture. Because something within their soul gets awakened by your energy. And this is why you may have had an extremely hard time being seen, being acknowledged, or being advocated for. You may have grown up with everybody as your adversary. Your family was like, you can't do that. Yeah, this is stupid. Let's just shitting on you, making you feel worthless. You may have had friends that are like, I love you, I adore you, but never advocated for you. They always wanted to compete with you. It was always strangers telling you that you were worth a damn, and that was angels channeling through these individuals to continually build your confidence, to confirm and affirm why you were here. Because everybody that was meant to be close to you within this incarnation was your worst enemy, was your adversaries, your enemies. Everybody wants to see you do well until you're doing better than them. It's like you never had somebody on your team, not for what it is you were meant to do, that you were being guided to do. If you have a talent, you would display this talent and you wouldn't receive accolades. And these accolades would always go to others. You were a trendsetter. Things that you were made fun of for, or things that you would like. Groups of individuals would shit on it and then start doing it. Where you'd be like, I was literally just talking about that band like last week, and you guys were like, that band sucks. And now all of a sudden you're wearing the band tees. Now all of a sudden you're going to their concert. Like, what? You literally just made fun of me for that. Like, it's like individuals just didn't want you to enjoy it and you to succeed at it. They didn't want you to make it known. They didn't want you to be the one known for bringing something forth, being known for something. They always wanted you to feel as though you were the underdog so you would stay there. Gamble. And whatever gamble they recently just took backfired before this full moon. This is the last super moon of the year. And it looks like these individuals expected you to be, for you to self-sabotage and destruct by this moon, to where you would be not completing out the cycles, a 15-year cycle on the 19th. But you ate this energy. You ate it, and a new gift, a new door has been unlocked, where a new gift has been pulled in. You're going to be experiencing your reality much more differently than you have previously experienced it, to where all is being drawn to you in this time. You are in your vortex. It's being pulled to you. You're magnetic. You are a magnet, poet. Throat chakra being enhanced as well, but this expresses soul insights in symbolic language. This is you, like I said, you don't have to speak to get your point across. This is also you understanding the signs and synchronicities that you're receiving, knowing that you're on the right track. I heard we're proud of you because you could have gone back knowing you're on the right track. Midas touch. This is entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. Y'all better affirm it right now. I'm rich. I'm rich in spirit. I'm rich in health. I'm rich in love. Therefore, everything that matches my energy is magnetized to me. You are in your Midas energy. They said you're not in your Midas energy. You are a Midas. You are a Midas. Anything you touch turns to gold. Anything you put your attention on. This is why this makes so much sense. This is why they didn't want us focusing on the hoobly jubbly and feeling as though we needed to combat it. Because in this Midas energy, we would have poured that energy into this entity to where we were needing to starve it out to consume it. So what was directed, we were guided to look elsewhere. We were guided to look at our own energy, our own elevation, so that we wouldn't be feeding whatever was being directed at us. Because the only way that this would have taken effect is with our own energy. Seems like this is an entity that feeds off of attention. And you starved it. If you have children or fur babies, they have also alchemized this. You may have noticed your fur babies were sleeping a lot more. Your children were being more irritable, like clingy, maybe acting out of character. They were also alchemizing this energy. And none of you, like you focusing on it, it would have had that effect on your babies and fur babies with the energy that you were pouring into this entity, that you were pouring into this hoobly jubbly. And what hoobly jubbly is black magic. It's just dark shit. I don't know who in their right mind is still playing in this motherfucker shit. But they tried it. They took a gamble. And they lost. You're the one with the royal flush. And they gambled all their assets. They spiritually gambled all their assets. Because they thought you were bluffing, is what I just heard. They thought you were a bluff. They just learned the hard way that you are the royal flush and then some. You win every time. I just heard I needed them stripped. The strip as above, so below. I needed them stripped. If their spiritual energy, if their spiritual assets were depleted, their physical would follow. They have fallen. Another wave of darkness has fallen. Those consumed by it have been eradicated. And they may physically still be here, but they don't have any abilities. They don't have any power. Seems like energies that they were getting power off of have backed away. Like any energy that they were using to try and combat you has destroyed them. which means these individuals they've lost all ranking here. But they needed to lose all ranking to be consumed by the darkness that was all around them. There was something that these individuals were using for protection that has been broken. They just showed me an amulet that is shattered, like cracks all going through this amulet. So whatever any individual thought was protecting them, that was out here doing this hoobly-joobly, musky muskrat menagerie, they just got a rude awakening. I heard caught in the crossfire, the Fool. Your new beginning is here, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. You are healing those through every individual that connects with you. It's like you're able to laugh at your experiences, and that in itself has kept you elevated. Because you're no longer fearful of what is to come. You're no longer fearful of what was. You're able to laugh in the face of darkness. You're able to laugh in the face of the devil. This entity has made a mockery of itself. And as you guys can see in the chat, there are individuals that keep trying to make me perceive myself as a man, which I'm not going to explain myself. I am a physical female, but I know that why they're putting this in the chat is, one, to throw me off, and two, to affect me negatively to where I start doubting everything about my journey, every way of how I know I should be perceived. So any individual in here making negative comments about my physicality is only trying to affect the flow of this message, as well as affect the energy that I'm in. And they're not going to lower my vibe. I know I'm a woman. I'm happy being a woman. I know that I can come off with more masculine energy, and that's fine, because I love my inner masculine energy. I love me, and nobody's going to affect that. Now, the reason I'm pointing this out is because all of these energies that are up against you are praying that you start to doubt yourself. They are praying that there is a crack in your armor for them to adhere something to you, which means they're completely desperate to put you into insecurity and doubt, to where you stop pursuing your purpose. That's the only reason I pointed them out, is because many of you may still have individuals trying to mock you. You may still have individuals from your past that are talking shit about you. Don't give a fuck. Nobody's opinions are going to get you into the gates of heaven. Only your completion within this realm will. So if you have, like, family members talking shit about you, and they're like, you'll never be nothing, you ain't shit, blah, 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 fuck them. They don't know nothing. If you got people trying to mock you and slander you or defame you or degrade you, that means you're doing something right. They don't go after a nobody. You're obviously a somebody. And God knows you're far more than just a somebody. You're that motherfucker. We got athlete. And y'all know the musky muskrats come in here like 3 days before the full moon and the new moon every time. We see them in here every time. So with the athlete and with these energies, these musky muskrats up in here, just know that you've hit a new level. New levels, new energy being directed your way. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. Now is the time to understand how incredibly powerful your spirit is. And your vessel is matching your spirit. God's saying, remember where you came from, but not in the way that it triggers you. You are stronger than you ever have been. Your past kept you humble. I just heard your past kept you human. Ooh, let that sink in for a minute. Your past kept you human, holding humanity and humility. Where you being this empath, you may be a dark empath after traumatic experiences with covert narcissists, but that is nothing to be looked down upon. It is actually a source of power. to where you're no longer people pleasing. You're no longer staying quiet, staying sheepish like a mouse. Thank you, and your energy is also honored. I appreciate you, and I love you. I love you, Ohana, and I'm proud of you. Because you really have shown that anything is possible with what you have overcome, what you have survived, and what you came up from. This is literally started from the bottom, now we're here. This is rags to riches. But it's because you refused to give up. Because you always knew God had a plan for you. God had a plan for us. And this is a slingshot forward. Taking off more quickly than you ever have before. And they just showed me, like, with the way that he's holding up this world, holding up everything, he's got a black belt on. You are an ethereal celestial black belt. You are an angelic black belt with everything that you have overcome. And I believe a black belt is like the highest belt that you can get. You are a black belt in every realm. You are being acknowledged and admired as the god and goddess that you are, to where you went through what you went through to also stay humble with you being in your god and goddess body. Yeah? Who's that? That's Lily. That's Power Kitty. Power Kitty? She just came out from under the couch to give that message. That's a lot of power for one person. That's a lot of power from one energy. You had to stay humble. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. You couldn't be corrupted by your own power. I just heard the divine wouldn't allow it. So everything you went through, it kept you tied to humanity, your humility, to where you wouldn't step into this power and go, peasants. This planet is dirty, where you just wouldn't be corrupted to where your royal ethereal god body would take over completely, to where you wouldn't be perceiving this as a human experience that your soul was having, because outside of this vessel you are a royal energy. It's like you went through this experience to unlock all royalties from previous incarnations, but outside of this vessel you are royalty, and you looked at this realm as though it was incapable of advancing. Hi, lover boy. Because of the love and admiration you had gained in previous lives and outside of this body. Sir, you were going to Freddy. I'm in a tank top. I can't have you up there. So it's like outside of this form, you may not have wanted to incarnate within this realm, but you knew it was necessary, and the most I knew it was necessary for you to see this realm through human eyes, through humility. Because of how you have been worshipped in previous lifetimes and how high ranking your soul is outside of this vessel. You are literally like God's Top Gun. And God knew incarnating you within this realm would be what woke it up, would be what shifted it. Not only are you God's secret weapon, but you are an absolute powerhouse outside of this realm. To where you, if you're resonating with this message, you have an original bloodline. You've continuously incarnated with connections to the original. You may have been an original here, to where when life was birthed upon this planet, you were one of the first forms of life, and you just kept coming back to experience, to evolve, to advance this planet. From the get-go, Source knew that this planet could take a certain road, a certain route. It could go a certain way. Many timelines were perceived. Multitude, billions and billions, trillions of timelines. And you were here to correct any timeline that would have shifted this planet into destruction, would have destroyed what had been built within this realm, or what was intended for this realm to have built. Hi, sweetie. This is deep. This is amazing. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all get excited. Because you are in your royal, divine, ethereal goddess body, to which everything is moving based on the energy that you're in, but you had to be humble. Sit down, Lil. Be humble. And the angels, every ethereal being is backing you, but with the way that, if you've ever felt archangel energy coming through, You had to be activated in a way where you maintained your humanity and humility so that you wouldn't be moving in this realm like checkmate, where you'd see everything as a virus, where you'd see every individual as unsavable. Because y'all know how checkmate, God had to deal with checkmate. Because she just took it too fucking far. Where the archangels, they don't hold any sympathy. They understand the experience, but they don't feel human emotions. They're here for mission. They're here to make sure that everything goes according to plan. And they didn't want you moving in this realm in that way, to where you would look at it the way that you were looking at it outside this vessel. As though everything was filthy, everything was dirty, everything was unadvanced, was not as intelligent as you. So that you wouldn't be looking at everything like it's stupid. You wouldn't be holding that energy of like, why am I even here? Everything here is just dirty. It is garbage. Everybody here is a virus. Like, so you wouldn't have that mentality to where you were just like, fuck all of you. Like, and y'all know you have had that mentality at one time or another where you just felt like this planet was shit. You felt like everybody on it was shit. You lost hope in humanity. You just looked at it and you were like, this whole planet needs to be scrubbed. Well, guess what? You are the cleaner. Ooh, and they use that term in, it's basketball. You're the cleaner. And each and every cleaner that is a ball player has used their darkness. They balanced their darkness with their light, and that moved them into success. You're the cleaner of this realm. A lot of hats. Wow, okay. Let me rephrase that. God said, not the cleaner. You are the exorcist. Y'all just saw that fly out. That is, damn. If that's not God right there, that's God right there. Freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. Freeing this realm from how it was destroying itself. Mayat, yes. Mayat energy. But holding that humility where you saw it was worth saving. Because we were worth saving. If y'all don't claim this I'm claiming this message. I'm claiming this message. This is beautiful. Adonis came out with the mediator. Because spirit was done mediating shit. Trying to mediate shit. You are what comes after the mediator. You were activated because there was no mediation that could be done within this realm. Those in a position of power were doing everything possible to maintain that power. And you were come here to shatter the illusion of the power they thought they held. The power that dark individuals felt like they held when this realm was consumed in darkness, enveloped in it. The hedonis inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. You're being celebrated. And you don't need to be professional in your soul's purpose and pursuits. You're doing it for not only your purpose with what you find joy in and why you're being guided to do it is what activates others. Your love, your light, the experience of you within this realm. There are many that are watching you that are awakening to the constructs that they themselves have been placed in with the false perception they had of you. And that in itself has shattered what they believe to be truth. Not just about what was said about you, but what they've been experiencing in their own reality. Just by watching shit become possible for you. And watching you love your life. This is God's work. You doing God's work. You doing the Lord's work right now. We doing the Lord's work. Just by living. Because why? Child eternal. Determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. The ability to see things with fresh eyes. Because you are able to see through all illusions and awaken others to the illusions they were entrapped in. Especially those illusions about those that attempted to slander you, defame you, sabotage you, and negatively impact you in a way where you would not fulfill your mission here. All are awakened that need to be in this moment. All are seeing through fresh eyes about who you truly are and how they've been lied to. and how the lies were so convincing that they're even questioning their own reality. If this person was willing to smile in my face and bond with me and lie about this beautiful soul, what else were they lying about? What else have I believed that has been a lie? You overcoming and you emanating this energy you are the truth, and it has awakened those that are looking deeper into their existence because they didn't look deeper into you. And I heard, and that will never happen again. They will never allow themselves to be deceived again. Somebody's about to take a gamble and reach out to you because they want to work with you. We got the scribe here. You were a scribe in a past life. You have knowledge that's been activated within this lifetime that was held secret in previous incarnations. You were the keeper of secrets, high priest, high priestess. There are individuals that want to understand more about what you have unlocked, but these are individuals that you're being guided to assist with their elevation, with the knowledge that you have. You may have had dreams that you were in a library that was hundreds of thousands of feet tall. Books on every shelf. You may not have known how you would get up and down. There were gifts that you had that put you in a position to receive any book that you needed, and each of these books held knowledge. I heard gatekeeper. You were a gatekeeper of secrets. You are a keeper of secrets. Secrets that could only be unlocked by your energy. This is interesting because it's, for those of you that, I pray that everybody's resonating with this, but for those of you this message is for, you being this keeper of secrets, it would change everything. Like, realm-wise. These secrets being unlocked, you're able to do more in this realm that has ever been done in any realm. This is why you had to hold on to your humility. You had to sit down, little bitch, be humble, as Kendrick would say. You had to maintain your humility. Because having this unlocked, you would be able to shift things in a way that would be even more destructive than it would be healing. Child orphan with the alchemist. You had to let everything go. At some point, you may have felt like you had been abandoned, but you had to be placed in solitude and let go of any karmic connection that was keeping you from alchemizing this energy for your benefit and the benefit of humanity. Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Your success here required sacrifice. And not hoobly-doobly sacrifice. It was like, if God told you to let something go, you had to let it go. If God told you to walk away from something or someone, you had to walk away from something and someone. This version of you required you to let go of everything that kept you from this version, from God's trust. And that was every individual and everything that would have used your power against this planet. Y'all saw that flip over. As the mystic that you are. The mystic reveals an intimate union with the divine. You are a mystic. And what's behind this mystic? Rescue. You were saved. And now it's your job to save others if they choose to be saved. Provide strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. You were saved. You were shown unconditional love and divine favor in the same way that you have presented others with this pathway, this path to freedom, wisdom, enlightenment. You took on a lot. As the priest and I'm done. As the priest or high priestess that you are, facilitates spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy in order to unlock all versions of you. The high priest, the high priestess, the mystic, the architect, the alchemist, the scribe. There were certain levels that you had to elevate beyond. elevate certain levels of consciousness within this realm that you had to elevate beyond in order to unlock the door to who you have been, to integrate it into this life. You are the power here. And you are backed by the power of power. Source. You're meant for very big things here. And all has been unlocked to you for you to accomplish these big things. Child divine. I can't make that. Oh my God. Listen, I'm ending it right now. Any energy that tried to thieve your energy, your purity, immediately deflected it, or you absorbed it in order to, monk energy, you may have been a monk in a past life, in order for you to unlock even more doors. They said every door to your godhead has been opened. Child divine, innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. God's favorite. You're God's favorite. We're God's favorite. Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Maintaining symbolic purity and heart and spirit. With the vampire that came out here, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. You woke the world up to how this corruption was depleting their soul energy in order for others to stay in a position of power. You woke others up to how these corpse rations, aka corporations, and elite individuals were keeping them in an illusion in order to siphon their soul energy, in order to keep them from fulfilling their purpose here. You are an awakener, an activator, and an architect to this realm. Ending message, Most High. Seeker. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Ending message is you are the truth, and you are being sought out by those that seek to understand this path of enlightenment. You are an awakener, and you are fulfilling your mission here fully in the way that you have been activated to do so. And all that is meant to come with this is in your energy. You're about to, it's not only in your energy, you're about to see it. Visionary. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. You always saw this coming. You see, you're a seer. You always knew that this was going to happen. That you would reach a level to where you would inevitably be put in this position. That you would be in this position to where you would be awakening others by the droves. This is also what you have seen, you're about to receive. First generational millionaire, first generational multi-millionaire, first generational multi-billionaire. CEO, success, peace. But you are what it is you attract. You already hold this energy. And now you're about to experience your energy outside of yourself in a way that you never have before. And I'm gonna leave it at that, y'all. Congratulations! You better celebrate this triumph. You better celebrate it. You better take yourself a nice spiritual shower or bath and just thank the Most High for entrusting you with this power, for entrusting you with these abilities, and for entrusting you with the world. God trusts you with the world, the new world order, because of what you are here to do. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you. And if I won't be seeing you over on TikTok, I will see you again tomorrow. So until then, remain peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, and remain respectful unless disrespected. Then check with the Most High before you check a motherfucker with grace. And like Shasay would say, XXX tentation. Hey. If anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car. Vroom with your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy obviously does it for us. So, until I see you next, my Ohana, I love you. I honor you. I appreciate you. I adore you. And I want you to do all of the things that I am emanating into this live for you to experience. I want you to feel that energy, and I want you to honor, adore, and love yourself. Experience the energy that I am pushing through to you. Love your journey. Live your life. And laugh every step of the way, knowing that you won. You won. Because God won. Checkmate, motherfuckers. I love you guys. And again, if I'm not seeing you over on TikTok, I will see you again tomorrow. So until then, bye, Ohana.